Hello folks, I'm streaming again. Oh, I just got an email. I'm streaming, except I should shut down my email. Let's do that. And let's tweet out and message out that I'm streaming, if I can find the link. I can never find the link. It's weird having two channels. Very weird. Get shareable link. Here we go. I'm just posting on Discord. Yes, send it now. And I should tweet it out as well. Tweety. I'm live streaming some MicroPython ESP32-S3 porting work. Come and join the what? Join the crazies. Hello, Pierre. Hello, Aaron. Join the fun, I guess. Fun? Is it fun? I don't know if it's fun. Might be fun for some. Hey, Twistox posted on. Hang on. Make electronics microcontrollers. Yeah, whatever. I don't know why I'm putting all these tags in. Let me just stick my picture. Sorry, you can't see anything I'm doing. I'm tweeting out. I'm just tweeting. Like a Tweety bird tweeting. Cool. Wow. Dave, hello. Alex, hello. Bleep Track. Jonathan. And Pierre and Aaron. I'm trying to, do this a bit earlier today than I normally do. An unexpected stream on my unexpected streams. Okay. Hey Dave, hey Wagon Loads. So, and I'm just tidying up my desktop. Running two channels through one OBS is a real pain. Having to remember how to switch everything over, or to switch everything over and stuff, is a bit of a nightmare. Hello David. We've got Dave, and David. Really? Don't be, just get some. They're awesome. Although that's not as hot as I would have liked. So, David's rule. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I should get rid of that off my... I don't even know. I'm not even on the latest. So, we need Dave Darko. Yes, then more Daves. More Daves. I'm sorry, I cannot do that, Dave. Okay. What have I got on my desktop? Okay, that's my smart Git. That's just Git, and I've got, I should make that bigger. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I'm getting all of my board definitions ready, and I have to do some, I had a Kaggle problem, some invisible something that messed up centering. What? No, you should never need to do that. Hey, Timon. Open the pod pay doors. Yeah, get sucked in. Okay, I should zoom that out a bit. So this is just the, well, I'm going to go full screen. Except I can't find where it is. There we go. This is just the current ESP32-S3 dev kit that folks are able to get right now. It's not the final silicon. People think it is, but it's not. It's not production silicon on these. Production silicon does not go into mass production until December. Hello, Fran. And it's currently in small production, so they can do internal testing. This is Rev 0 silicon. There is a change on the chip, although nothing that affects the end user, but it affects the PCB layout. the current chip will not pass certification. So, compelling reason not to use it. But I have been using it because my mat, everything's twisted. What have I done? Is that even in focus? Looks like it's in focus. But I've been using the silicon. I've got Rev 0 silicon here because I have first revisions of all of my S3 boards. I have a tiny S3. I've not even shown this publicly yet. Here's my tiny S3. Here is my Feather S3. And here is my Pro S3. So these are my first revisions. I'm about to put my second revision in, at least of my Pro. I've made some changes and added some extra stuff. If I had a metal can, would it pass inspection? Probably not. No. But it doesn't matter. They've changed it. Hey Andy, Mouse, they've changed it, and there's new chips. I mean, I've only got I think I've got 9 chips of these Rev Zeros. Anyway, this is not about showing these, but I have been working on MicroPython for these and setting up board definitions for these, and I've been obviously adding S3 support slowly overall because there's obviously lots of new stuff in here. Also, some missing stuff in here with ESP32-S3, which is really frustrating. So my plan today is do a bit more work on it and build some MicroPython builds and just test and make sure things are working okay. I should probably just plug one of these in. And we're going to use just the native USB. That is the wrong USB connector. Thanks, Fran. Yeah, the Pro is a very cool board, and it's even better now. I've even got more on it in my next revision. So, cables everywhere. Let me just unplug this. I don't want that anymore. Okay. Sorry. No, I'm not putting a 9252 there. No, none of my boards come with an IMU. Doesn't make any sense to ship a board with an IMU. Hey Simon, IMUs are super expensive, and if people don't need them, then everyone's paying an increased board cost for a part they don't need. If you need an IMU on it, you stick a separate module on it. That's why they're in modules. Okay, so okay, none of this fits on my screen. Of course it doesn't. What I should do actually first is just make sure there are no, see if there's anything updated on the 4.4 repository for the IDF. So S3 support came in IDF 4.4, which they have now put as in a release branch. They've called it release 4.4, but as you can see, there's still more work being done on it. A lot, because it is not ready at all. Not ready at all. So I'm going to grab latest mine. Hey Ian. Och, I knew. The old shield cable. No, what's the old shield cable? What does that mean? I'm not sure. What is the old shield cable? Oh, did you mean the Uno cable? Oh, right, yes. No, that's not NVIDIA Shield. These are Xbox cables. I have a few of them. These are Xbox... these are Xbox One cables, actually. Controller cables. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they're NVIDIA Shield ones. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. I've got a whole lot. I used to have a lot of consoles here because I used to be in game dev. Okay, so we are on 80 changes. I should probably go... Normally I'd go through and have a look and see what has changed, but in this case I'm not going to. So I need to make sure that ESP32 install.sh. Make sure that there's nothing else to install. Nope. Good. Cannot type on a stream. Let's do an export. Make sure it's good. Although, you know what I should have done first? That was silly. I'm going to actually close. I'm going to start a new... Doing an export on top of a login that you've already done an export on often can stuff up the paths. So let's do that again. Okay, so... Yeah, it does look like the NVIDIA Shield thingy, but I'm pretty sure these are Microsoft. I thought they were Microsoft cables. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're all good. They're all the same. So I've already put some S3 support up online. Not everything here is committed, but for instance, I put a generic S3 and a generic S3 PSRAM build up there for folks that already want to build from it. So for those that aren't aware, let me just open up a new window, micropython.org. So MicroPython have recently, finally, yay, updated their downloads page. So when you go to the downloads page now, they've actually got all the boards. And so, like, as you see, there's my Feather S2, Feather S2 Neo, Tiny S2, Tiny Pico. You can actually go and find, and then if you click on them, I've added manually for mine all the instructions for flashing and stuff. So if I just go up here and make it ESP32 for the port, it'll just filter. There should be, is it building? I just need to see if it's building the generic yet. It may or may not be building the generic. No, okay. So you can't get a generic build from here. You'll have to actually manually build a generic build, which is what we're going to do here now. Actually, I don't even know if I've pushed the SPI RAM version or not. Hey, Mako. Anyway, I'm going to make the generic SPI RAM version. Let me just check that everything is good on here. Machine DAC. So, by the way, there are no DACs in the ESP32-S3. They've removed the two 8-bit DACs. Ooh, someone who did Sparkle. Or is it just online? It automatically went there. Okay. My logo in the background has changed. Now, it does support SD card. I haven't tried enabling it yet. It does support Bluetooth. I have no idea if Bluetooth's ever going to work out of the box because this is BLE 5 now, not 4. I guess at some point I need to give that a try. This particular board has got 8 meg flash on it. And I believe it's got no PSRAM on this version. I'm pretty sure no PSRAM on that. And the way we can tell is just by flashing with PSRAM, and it's going to do a mem test, and it should recover. Like, it should just come up saying no RAM found. So we're going to do a make board equals what's it called? Generic S3. Actually, I don't even know if I'm in the right folder. I might not be in the right folder. Now, this will be interesting to see what happens when I build this with the stream, because I normally do a J20, which means I use 20 cores to build, and it might affect the stream. It might buffer. I don't know. I should do a clean first. And generic S3 SPI RAM. Right, no target because I'm in the wrong directory. Yep. Good one. ESP32. Try that again. Okay, so clean. Let's do a build. I don't even know if it'll build with this version of RDF. We'll see. So bit by bit, I'm chipping away at things. We've got native USB working on the S3. I've got SPI RAM working on the S3. I got timers and stuff working. SPI should be working. I2C should be working. There's always something broken every time they update the IDF. And then the move to IDF5 is going to be even worse. They've changed stacks of syntax. We named a whole bunch of APIs. So there's a bunch of inline assembly that is still a problem with the S3 for now. It doesn't seem to be affecting anything that I found, but I don't know, I've not really pushed anything too far into looking at things like deep sleep or other stuff yet. Visual Studio, this is just my editor. The compiler, this is just in the terminal. It doesn't use Visual Studio Code as a compiler. I'm just in a terminal session right now. Can't really see with that, with the image there. But anyway, okay, so that's built, which is good. So now another weird thing that they've done is on the ESP32-S2, when you're in download mode, right, the default install mode, which I am currently not anyway, but I'll go into download mode. So it would normally come up as USB modem 01, but this doesn't, which is really annoying. So I need to always check cu.usb modem 14301, which is frustrating, and sometimes it changes to 13301 or whatever. Super annoying, but at least, yeah. So I'm going to flash it. /dev cu.usb modem 01, and let's make it faster. Was it 90 to 1600? Now technically it doesn't matter how fast you tell it to flash, because you're using native USB. You can actually leave that off, because native USB flashes the same speed. It ignores, hello Andy Mouse again. It ignores the baud rate. It's a fixed speed. It's my compressor again. So that should have flashed, but I'm going to have to do a manual reset. And now it comes up as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. But it'll always be that now, unless I put it back into download mode. So I should be able to R shell /p /dev cu.usb modem, and we are in MicroPython. So as you can see, ESP32-S3 module SPI RAM with ESP32-S3. So it's running the SPI RAM version. Let's see if there's any RAM. Import MicroPython, because I'm lazy, m.meminfo. And, oh, there is. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's 2 meg of PS RAM in this. Ooh, did not know that. Does the board control USB speed? What do you mean, does it control? It's just USB 2. It flashes. I think it's set to 1 megabit. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure what you mean by does the board control it. It's all internal in the chip. It's native USB inside the chip. Did you fix the RGB LED? No. So it's really for another stream, but the RGB LED, WSB head, I don't know what that does, Fran. The color I got at the end of the stream on Wednesday was actual corruption on the line that was making it light up. It wasn't actually lighting up properly. Numbers with a I don't know if I can do that, Fran, because I've often got 3 or 4 boards connected at the same time on here, working on different boards. So I need to specify exactly which one it is. Yeah, I don't want to grab the first in line. I want to grab the specific one that I know it is. Yeah, okay, so we've got... You don't really need to see the board right now because it's not doing anything, so I'm just going to get rid of that so you can see the rest of the line. Yeah, like I'll often have, like when I'm working on S3 stuff, I'll have their board connected and I'll have at least 1 or 2 of mine connected, and I'll be jumping between them and doing builds for them all. Okay, so we've got PSRAM going on this board, which is good, and it's all building with no errors. Now, just get out of there. So one of the things that we need to do is machine.pin. The ESP32-S3 has extra I/O. It's got 48 and 49. I've already got 47 and 48 in here. Wish I could chat and see this screen larger. Hey Yumbo Prime, why can't you see larger? Or are you on your phone, Mako? Ooh, that's from the other day. ESP32-S3 data sheet. So, right, 47, 48, not 48, 49. 47, 48, I've already got in here. I don't know if I've actually pushed that up online or not. That's the interesting thing. We should take a look. GitHub/MicroPython. Or yeah, but that doesn't work with these build tools, wagon loads. Yeah, I mean there is a default port that it'll look for I can set, but then it's going to use that port all the time, which I don't want to do. I need to have a look and see what I've actually pushed up. I can't remember. Oh, I've lost all my windows. That's really annoying. Okay. Machine.pin. Right. No, I haven't. So these are a whole bunch of changes that I've made. So before I was grouping S2 and S3 together just at the start because the pin layout is the same, but it meant that I was stopping at 46 and the S3 has 40. Everyone see that? S3 has 47 and 48 as well. I made that change, but I haven't pushed that up yet. I just wanted to make sure that was in there. Interestingly, 47 and 48 now on the ESP. Hey, Alan. Hey, Marius. It's a two new pins that they've actually added. Not so much the numbering, but they've added a SPI clock pin, SPI clock positive and negative. So you can put an external crystal on the board if you want to control the speed of the SPI bus, but it's fixed then, right? Like you could stick an 80 megahertz or a 40 megahertz whatever crystal on there and lock the SPI bus. I don't know why people would want to do that. I mean, you know, there are devices that can't run that fast, but for a generic development board, you wouldn't want to do it. But for a product, right, where you want to be able to just lock the SPI bus speed, maybe if there's multiple things using a specific speed across, you know, different bits of hardware. So they've added that in on these two new I/O. I thought about sticking it on a in a define that says use 4748 so people can turn it off or on. But I'm not sure. like if I did something like this, and so you got these things here, right? We could do a, we could put a define for MicroPython hardware ESP32-S3 use IO 4748, right? Something like that people can put on their boards if they want to. I don't even know what this name would be. I'm pretty sure Damien won't like that name. Right? But if we did that, so that's currently set to no, and it would have to be and this, then they will only get compiled in if someone actually does this, or actually, yeah, does that on their board. Yeah, some hundreds of miles. What? Who? Where? Oh, right. Not for me. Not conversation for me. So I don't even know if it's worth doing that. 32. I mean, we can try it. And I need to also make sure I've added it to the interrupts. I can't remember. Did I add it to the interrupts? I did. Okay. So if we compile this in, so this has been requested already for people that want to be able to use those pins. I don't have 48, 49 or 47, 48 broken out on my boards. The dev kit, and this is what people don't realize. I used to get a lot of grief about the number of I/O on the dev kit, right? Like on the Pico dev kit or whatever. These boards, although you can use them for whatever you want to use them for, they're not designed to be boards that you just get as a project board that you put in your projects, right? And they break out all the I/O, even the I/O they shouldn't break out. These boards are reference boards. They're designed for, developing firmware, porting code, or use as a reference if you wanted to experiment with I/O and see what everything does and how they all work together. But there are pins that are broken out that are not pins that you want to necessarily use, right? Like they've got the USB connected here, which is using I/O 19 and 20 for D plus and D minus, yet they break out 19 and 20. Well, if I try to do anything with 19 and 20 while I'm doing native USB, then my project's going to guru it's going to panic real hard. So this is like here are all the pins and you better know what you're doing, otherwise you're going to break stuff, which is a very different mentality to here's a microcontroller board for the hobby space, right? Even for the advanced hobby space, where all the pins that are on there are pins you can use. Anyway, so I don't other than this board here, I don't know why anyone would break out 47 or 48 when there are so many I/O. Like there's more I/O than anyone needs. I mean, if you look at my Pro S3, I mean, look at the amount of I/O that's on there. Not all of it's I/O, but most of it is. I mean, how big do you need to make a board to get all the I/O out? But like it's like how many projects need 40 I/O? Anyway, Wi-Fi SCSI. I don't know what that means. So let's get back to here. I'm going to so let's build this again and see if we can use those pins, if we can just initialize the pin, and then we're going to build it again without that and make sure we can't initialize the pin. Okay, now I can tell it to flash, but I can tell it to flash now. Now that it's flashed, I can just use the other address, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And as I said, I can get rid of the the baud rate, it's not needed. Doesn't matter what you set it to. It's going to, oh, interesting, okay. No. I have to be in download mode? That's not right. Oh, it's possible. I guess it's possible that the USB stuff is not turned on. The other thing I can do on this board is I can plug two cables in and flash it on one. Hey, yes, here. Making a wireless SCSI hard drive. Why would you go, why SCSI? What? Are you saying that's what you need so many pins for? Yeah. So that's a pretty much a non-mainstream thing, a wireless SCSI hard drive. Yeah, like that would be something that, you know, 99.9999999% of the world wouldn't do. Okay, from machine import pin. Except I can't spell. Seriously, why can't I type on a stream? So IO47 equals pin 47. Doesn't matter if it's going to be in or an out. Doesn't matter. Right, it's going to let me set it. IO47.value 0. And I should be able to make it true. Whoops, see, can't spell, can't type. Okay, so I can set it on and off, and it should be the same with IO48. Both should be usable right now, and then we'll check it again by recompiling with it off. Cool, okay. I turn that off and recompile. So what's everyone's obsession with pink? It's a nice color. And I know it's just a running meme now. But I wish flashing the boards were faster. It's a meme thing now, but like earlier on, I mean, you couldn't even get pink LEDs easily. They're going with pink board. Oh, I mean, everyone's going with pink boards now. That's been a thing for a while. Sure, their pink feathers look. Actually, I don't think they look nice at all. But that's me, because I don't think it's a nice color pink. Yes, okay, Alan. I was just wasn't about the logo specifically, just in general. Yeah, I'm just curious. From machine import pin P equals pin 47. Now this should error out if I try to do this. Right, invalid pin, because they're not defined. So this is working. I'm gonna have to work out what that is gonna be. For the moment I'll leave this, but yeah. It's going to need a nicer name than that. Hey, Rhoda. You're awake? Mike, you're awake. What's going on? It's 9:30 in the morning. Why are you awake? Okay, so that's working. Great. We should enable SD, because SD should be working. Or I'm pretty sure I don't have to enable it. I shouldn't need to enable it. by default it should be on. Yeah, by default it's on. So I should be able to just do that. Okay. I don't have any... Oh, actually, I might have something I can test it here with. I might. But I'd need to do some soldering and stuff. So maybe I won't. Rotor's falling asleep. Found those missing DACs yet? Yeah, I found them. They're in the rubbish bin where I expressly put them. No DACs. I can't believe no DACs. No DACs means they're broken compatibility. Like, I cannot make an ESP32-S3 board that is fully Tiny Pico compatible or that is fully Feather compatible, because there are no DAC pins, which means the DAC pins are broken out on my boards and on all the Feather boards, and not just the Feather, just the Itsy and other stuff. And there were shields that use and rely on those DAC pins to be there to work. There are audio shields. And they're just no DACs. They're gone. Decided not to put them in. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay, we'll check that that compiles in a moment. Time for new form factor to my specifications. Well, I already have that. Well, my Pro S3, I think, is I think is a better form factor than the Feather, personally. Considerably smaller and way more I/O. So, you know, yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. And I'm thinking of making two versions of my Pro S3, but I'm not going to tell anyone the difference yet. Are you saying no DAC on the chip? That is exactly what I'm saying. There are no DACs on the chip. The ESP32-S3 has no more DAC. It's built in. Okay, so now what else did I want to do? Pro and Max, you cheeky devil. Yeah. ESP30. No, it's still going to be a Pro S3. It's not going to be a Max S3. I'm not going to do that. That's just crazy. It could be a Pro S3 Max. No, it won't be. I think I've got everything. Like, I don't know what else. I'm Bluetooth. Okay, let's first see if we can compile with let's see if we can compile with the SD card stuff in and make sure there's no errors. Change Tiny to Mini. Well, I've already got Tiny S3. Why do I need Mini? Tiny is smaller than Mini. Hey JF. Careful where you poke. You might get yourself in the eye. Was there anything that goes in the DAC hole? What do you mean in the DAC hole? They're just those pins just don't have DACs on them anymore. Oh, to be compatible with the Apple... Right, yeah. I don't need to be compatible with that. Hey, Randall, had to make room for the... What? I don't know what Henway is. Okay, here we go. Errors. We have errors. Of course we do. See, I turn on the SD card stuff and boom. It's broken. Oh, no. Of course it is. So, where do we start? Machine SD card, make new in SD card. This is really hard for me to do at this scale font because I can't see much. Just letting you know. This is like 2 times. Oh, hello, Johnny. Are the pins going to spare? No. The pins are there. There's no peripheral. There's no DAC peripheral inside. So 17 and 18 on the S2 had DACs on them. Now they don't. There's just no DAC. There's no DAC peripheral. The pins are there. But, yeah. It's the same number of I/O. The peripheral itself is gone. Well, there's lots of stuff that's different in the S3. They haven't replaced the DACs with something else. They just haven't kept them in there. Maybe it's because they were only 8-bit and they couldn't, you know, maybe they wanted to put better DACs in there, but they couldn't. I don't know. My wife, she got the M1. My Yaz got the, I got her the M1 Pro 14-inch. She got hers 2 days ago. I haven't even ordered a machine for myself. So she's the only one in the house now with an Apple Silicon Mac. Oh my God, it's amazing. It is fast and the fans have not kicked in once, which is insane. Really, really, really good machine. Is it good for Excel? Is what? Yeah, don't be like that. Don't be rude. Okay, so where am I looking? 130, line 130. Okay, Q slots is undeclared. Well, I guess that's possible. What are we including up top? Driver, SDMMC host, SDSPI host, SDMMC. Okay, we need to get, where do I have? See if I've got the IDF open. Okay, I do. So this is the IDF. So I spend all my time when I'm porting jumping between two different Visual Studio codes. One is the IDF and one is MicroPython. So I need to see. So in the IDF now, everything is split into all the different ports, right? ESP32, there's C3, H2, S2, S3, and then they've generally got an overall include that then references back in depending on what they need to do. So I don't know where this used to live because clearly it doesn't exist anymore. So I need to find out where all the definitions are because I do not know. Really? Oh, right. That's a MicroPython one. MP QR. Right, there are Q strings. So I'm going to have to go around in circles for this, folks, because I've never worked with the source for the SD card stuff before. MicroPython hell. Color doesn't display. It should display. You don't turn anything off, you just turn something on. Micro. I don't know where these Q strings live. I don't know where the Q strings are defined. But network. Mike, do you know where I find all these Q strings for? What machine? Help, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's no help. Machine module globals table. Right, so there's an MPQ string SD card. It says undeclared. So what is it missing? I knew I shouldn't have tackled this. No one's going to find this fun. 133. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong port. What am I in there for? Okay, whoops. I was just in the totally wrong port I was looking at. Wow. Okay. So these are the allowed arguments that are being passed in by the keyword arguments for make new. So not far now. What? Are we there yet? No, we're not even close. Johnny's assembling his audio mixer. Is assembling hardware or assembling components? So there's obviously something missing here. Oh, reflowed and hand soldered. I don't know where these Q strings are coming from. Where they're being defined. Card local dictatable. Read blocks, write blocks. They're all the different functions. See, this doesn't exist anywhere except for in here. Is there actual SD card support for ESP32? Has anyone used SD card support? I wonder if it's not even working. So you're using SD... Wait, no. That's different. You're using SPI mode. Like, I'm talking about SD card support. Or actually, are you actually using the SD card module to do it? Is that what you're telling me? Right. So I wonder if I build... Let me build S2, generic S2. See what happens. Oh wait, generic S2 doesn't have SDIO. Oh, that didn't like that either. Oh, need to do a full clean. S2 doesn't have SDIO. If I just build tiny pico to do a clean. So TinyPico does have SDIO. Yeah, don't worry about the graying out in Visual Studio Code is because it's dumb. It doesn't understand all the defines properly. It doesn't deal with nested defines, and the Visual Studio Code doesn't understand the environment where the defines are being set. So ignore the grayed out stuff. It's really frustrating. Well, you can put SD card into either mode, whether it's SPI mode or whether it's using the SD peripheral. So this seems to be building fine. With 4.4, IDF 4.4. So something is not being included. See, that built fine. But if I build... Wait, maybe I need to do a clean first. Maybe I didn't clean it. It's possible I didn't clean it and that's all it was. And it didn't rebuild the Q strings. Okay, just hold on. This could be me going around in circles for no reason. And if so, that'll be really frustrating. I don't know, Mike. I would have thought that is not SPI mode, but my SD card is wired up SPI mode. But if that's working for you, maybe under the hood it does stuff. Okay, here we go. Generating Q strings. This is gonna... Okay, this is working now. It was my fault. I didn't clean it first, and it didn't recognize that it had to rebuild. Oh no, hang on. No, I lied. Oh, these are different errors. Okay, right, these are different. This is because SPI has changed. But those Q string errors are gone. That's good. Okay, let's get back now to something more serious. 191, right. So this will be coded for, you see, HPI host, VSPI host, but they're not what they're called. That's what the old system is called. So, need to go to hardware SPI. Now, I don't have to worry about the S2 because there isn't any S2 support for this, but so these are changes I made to SPI a while ago for the DMI channel, and then it's further up. Where is it? So if it's S3, that's what they are. I need to add this in. Does anyone know if this... I don't think the C3 has... has SD card support either. So I need to say if my target is ESP32-S3, then I need to define these. So it'll still use HSPI and FSPI, so high speed and full speed SPI, but it'll actually be using SPI3 and SPI2 instead, which is what it's complaining about here. It's saying there is no a high speed SPI host. It should be this one. Okay, so let's try that again. SP boards include content from a web server, so it doesn't need to store it on board. But okay, that's... You contradicted yourself. You said, can it include content? So it doesn't need to store it on board. Including it means storing it on board. I mean, can it pull content from some external? Yes. You don't have to put files on there. You can... Oh, hang on. So sometimes when I'm building, I have to force a clean. The GPI num 43 thing might still error out though. So when it's running, when it's online with Wi-Fi, it can grab stuff from anywhere. You know, you can have all your CSS on a server somewhere and whatever, and it can pull it through. That's just going to be much slower though. Much faster if you do it put it on the board. Yes, yes, yes. Your CSS and whatever can live externally, just like a web page. You can remember that's happening at the. It's not serving it. It's not serving it. That's the thing. The ESP32 isn't serving it. The web page that you're viewing, the web page from the ESP32, that web page itself knows to go and grab it externally. It's the browser that's grabbing the external CSS. It's not the ESP32. Like, the ESP board's irrelevant then. If your link is an external link, it has nothing to do with the ESP32. The browser deals with that. Still not liking this. So what did I miss? 196. Oh, right. Sorry. Ah. Yeah. If what is it? Target? Damn it. Can never remember. Okay. Type better, Sion. That should be full speed. But I could just then put, if I'm going to do that here anyway, I might as well just do SPI 2 and 3 there. And get rid of this. Unless there's somewhere else it's being used. Right, I can just do this instead. Just point your CSS, DRC in your HTML page to external style sheet. That's right. Like the browser deals with all that. Be aware that the browser viewing the page served by the ESP may not always have a connection to the internet. Wait, what? How can you browse a page on the ESP32? You mean if it's like just an internal network? Rhoda? Is that what you mean? Right. Okay, if you're in AP mode or something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry. Good point. Very good point. Okay, what's this error number 23? Right, there isn't a 23 on the ESP32. So 209. Oh, that's ugly. This shouldn't be using this. See, this should be using the defaults. So there are defaults now set up. There isn't in there, but for instance, on my Pro S3, you got these defaults, and that's what it should be using. So how are we going to do that? Because the problem is these are numbers, but that's not what it's looking for here. It's looking for this is Espressive's way of numbering. Hey Graham, excitement on a Friday. I don't know. And it's just, right, so this is why it worked for you, I think. No, that wouldn't have worked for you, Mike. Oh, it would have on the Tiny Pico. See, SPI slot config default. So the first one, it's doing this, and what's in this one? Where does that come from? Right, that might be an IDF thing. Yep. That's using 13 for CS, and then these numbers, which are totally not right. Not right for us. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. What are we going to set these to? We're going to have to actually do something completely different here. See, this is weird because those numbers they're choosing here include driver. This is not ESP32-S3 specific. Right, it's just in the generic include, and I'm pretty sure there won't be an override for it. So that's bad numbering. What are we going to do for the second channel then? Hey Christos, you set caching headers on your CSS.js if you're serving them from the ESP. Yeah, Mike, the problem with that is then, what's if you change them? I mean, unless your CSS is so big. Johnny's an admin. Johnny's got a wrench. He's the only wrench. He's the only wrench. Okay, so we're going to need... so mine are... I'm going to tell you what... Yeah, we're going to use mine. Bet you can't guess what they are. That's 36. Bet you can't guess which order, Mike. And see, what am I using? 34. Do you think lack of color in the live chat? There's lots of color. Lots of color. Check it thrice. I'm putting them all back to 35, 36, 37 for my new boards. And just going to shoot the S2 out into the... shoot it to the moon. So what are we doing with the second lot? We can't use the slot default because it's well, I can leave it, but I don't think it's right. I'll leave it for now. And although it's not, whoa, what happened then? So my music app just loaded itself all by itself. Really? Apple Music? Piss off. Okay, so this should compile now, I hope. Uh-oh. Why did Johnny just time out Mike? I've never been in timeout. Can you put me in timeout? That is hilarious. Okay, that compiled. So let's make sure it still works. And we might have SD card enabled. That'd be cool if we do. Because then I can go through here and delete that. Let's go through all of my boards. Tiny S3. For shits and giggles, I'll turn on, oh, hang on. Mosey Mizo. Yeah, no, whoops, need to fix all these. 35, 36, 37, that's tiny. 36, 37. And where's my feather S3? Where's my feather S3? Why have I not made that yet? I've not made that. I've not made a feather. We should make a feather S3. Is what we should. Hey, Rat Madness. Okay, we'll just make sure that we can actually get into the board and it doesn't kernel panic. Nope. Okay, from machine import, what is it, SD card? No, what's it called? Capital? No. Machine. Import machine. Machine. What have we got? Where's the SD card? I2S, I2C. SD card. Oh. From machine import SD. Oh, I didn't put the C. I'm an idiot. Didn't put the C. Okay, so if I do SD equals SD card 0, is it 0 and 1 or is it 1 and 2? Extra positional arguments given. Okay. Read blocks, write blocks. Well, it seems to be there. So that's good. Because I don't have any hardware connected, but it's not dying. So I'm going to have to give that a run later. Excellent. Okay. So, oops, what else are we doing? We are going to, for shits and giggles, we're going to turn on Bluetooth. Oh, I should also, on the non-generic, do that. Let's turn on Bluetooth and see what happens. See if it can compile. I'm doubtful. Oh, hello, Matt. Oh, God, what am I doing? I just got SD card. I added SD card to the S3 stuff. So people can use that because that was turned off. That's been turned off on the S3 for a little while because the S2 didn't have it. We need to come up with a name for this, Matt. Hardware ESP32-S3 use IO 4748. So 4748, just to quickly show you, just catch you up, Matt. 4748 on the, where's machine.pin? On the S3, these are new pins for the S3. They're not on any other ESP32. And, but they are pins that have now got an SPI clock, positive and negative. So if someone wants to stick an external crystal to drive the SPI bus, right? Yeah, it's a terrible name, but what it's doing is, I don't want to by default include 4748 because if someone is trying to drive a clock off that, that's a problem. Okay, there's a physical crystal on the board. So people are going to need to be able to choose if they want to have 47 and 48 included. And it shouldn't just be on by default. So I need a name. I need some type of define. Does that make sense? But I don't know what name to use. And I know that Damien's not going to like that at all. And I didn't build. I've been too busy talking. I did a clean. I'm doing a build right now with Bluetooth turned on just to see what happens. I'm pretty sure if it breaks, I'm not fixing it. That'll be for Jimbo. You can do WebSockets on an ESP32, no problem. Yeah, I don't know what name to choose either. I thought about like extended I/O, but people won't know what that means. That's the problem. Without web server, you want to use WebSockets. I think he meant web server. WS meaning web server. He wants to use WebSockets, not web server, to grab stuff, I think. Well, there we go. Only got 2 errors. Really? And what are they? I bet you there's nothing I can do anything about. Where are the errors? Matt, I need Damien to look at all this SOC CPU, all of these inline assembly things, registers stuff, because they just completely clutter the build. It doesn't stop things from working, but there's something weird going on with them. Only on the S3. I don't know how to, I've tried fixing them. They're redefinitions of them. So they need to be wrapped somehow to detect if they've been declared or not. So what is... Ooh, okay. So the error here is a queue string compile issue when it's making the queue strings. Are there warnings from IDF? Yeah. I mean, they're IDF things. Yes, they're inside. It's from the IDF. Yes, but only the S3 does it. If I compile S2 or compile normal ESP32 with IDF 4.4, it doesn't do it. Only the S3 side does, and it's complaints from, well, I don't, whatever, but they're being called on the MicroPython side. So I don't know. Ooh. Prevented me from sending comments with a little red error saying you have been put in timeout. Is that what happened while you were in timeout? Cool. Who has a bunch of neopixels, like greater than 250? I have reels of neopixels. We need Quindor. Where's Quindor? He's got millions of neopixels. So I don't, yeah, this is a queue string thing. Process. So it's when it's trying to write out, there must be something it doesn't like. Can I do a printf here? Let's find out. Output. Put. Really? I don't know if I can do a printf here. %s. Output. See what it's trying to write out when it dies. Oh, what change did Jimmo make? Did he try to fix the corruption? See, I can't even go back far enough in the history now. It's really annoying. Folks, back in a moment. I'm just going to mute it. Sorry about that. What did I miss? There's a new Bitstream module which provides... Oh, you got Bitstream. Okay. Interesting. So is the Bitstream for the ESP32, is that just wrapping RMT? I can test stuff here, but you need to test more than 250, do you? The problem... okay. Is that going to be fast enough, doing it all in Python? I don't know. My heater is on. You might hear the heater. It wouldn't be that loud. It is freezing here and raining, and my glasses are completely sopping wet now. So it might just be my heater you can hear. This channel's not monetized. I should just put music on. Should. Okay, well, this is crapping out now, and I can't see the error, and I'm pretty sure it's because it doesn't like printf. So let's just get rid of that. Anyway, it's not liking something when I turn Bluetooth on. I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to have to turn Bluetooth off again and let someone else deal with it. Does still Bitstream does still bitbash, but Jimo updated it from the previous bitbash implementation. Hasn't been noticed any glitching. I'm not sure. Okay. However, we had a report that it's still glitching. We need to be able to reproduce it. Okay. I mean, I can have a play here. It's not a drawer of loot you'll one day get around to. It's a drawer of loot that you'll never get around to. This is still erroring now. Why is this? Oh, right, because I left, what do you call it, on. Okay. Matt, is there any way I can see what the Q string is, or what it's trying to write out into the file at this point where it's dying? Catch you later, Andy Mouse. We need Jimo. We need to get Jimo on the stream. Or better yet, we need to get Damien on the stream. Because this Bluetooth stuff seems to only be dying at the Q string thing. Or so far. But I have no idea what Q string stuff would be getting used. Where does Bluetooth even come in? Yeah, pixel a little bit fast. Yeah, I think you underestimate how much speed you need when you're driving lots of pixels. It's one thing when you're driving and just doing rainbow in a long strip, but when that strip is a matrix, for instance, then yeah, you need really, like, and you want to do animation, you need really fast, like really fast. Yeah. Nimble port. Maybe. How do we know if it's nimble or not? External mod, nimble, no, ESP, nimble, HCI. Really? Is that even a thing? I'm way out of my depth when it comes to turning Bluetooth on, by the way, folks. Just letting you know, I have no idea. I don't know anything about how Bluetooth is implemented. I know that ESP32 uses Nimble, but Yeah, I know it's nimble, but it's like, is MicroPython just calling into the ESP32 nimble? And is nimble the same now for both? ESP32-S3 and ESP32, because they're Bluetooth 4 and 5, right? 4.2 and 5. Like, I don't know whether it's examples. Like, I don't even know where it lives in the IDF. But even if I found it, I don't know why it's dying on the Q strings. Obviously, nimble lives outside of components somewhere, maybe. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. Okay. It's just weird that it's dying on the Q strings. That's all. And it seems to be yeah, okay, no, I'm turning it off. No idea. No idea. Okay, Bluetooth. You can turn off again. I'm thinking maybe this should just be MicroPython and just make that extended IO. I might just call that extended IO. Just for now. Okay, so if I can't do Bluetooth, what else? I think everything else is working. Oh, I don't have touchpads working. S2, S3, yeah, should be. We better check the pins for touchpad to make sure that they're good. So touch is from 1 to 14. And touch is from 1 to 14. Okay, so touch is good. Timers work, already checked that. RTC should work. PWM should work. I2S I have no idea about. I2C, SPI, obviously DAC, no, because you're compiled out. And ADC's work, I'm pretty sure I did that. Oh, there's Bitstream. Okay, cool. So obviously the ULP stuff's not going to work right now. Okay, smart git. So what are we going to push up? We're going to push up wait, I'm in the wrong folder. Try that again. didn't I? Oh, right. No, it's not going to let me yet. So that's fine. So what are we pushing up? We're going to push up that and that. So that's SPI and that and that and that and... Oh, what did I change in the make file? Can't remember. Which make file? Main? No, just these ports, make file. What did I change in here? I don't remember what I changed in here. I'm going to revert this. I'm in a reverting state. Oh, ULab. What? Was that me experimenting with ULab? Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. No, we don't want that. Right. That shouldn't be there. Wait, why is it? I'm confused. Okay, let me just push all this up. Not all this. Wait, where's my machine dot? Where's my changes to machine.pin? Why is this not picking up my changes to machine.pin? Oh my god, I'm in the wrong freaking thing. Oh my god, I was clicking on the wrong thing. Here we go. I want that, I want that, I want that and that. I'm not going to do my board stuff yet. Commit. Always get this wrong. I always do a bad commit message. And I fail on the commit message every freaking time, don't I, Matt? Okay, so... Yeah, I'm pretty sure John Parks won't know about Bluetooth and Nimble on MicroPython from a source code thing. Yep. John is a great guy, but that's not his wheelhouse at all. Okay, so it's going to be ESP32. No, it's going to be ports / ESP32 : added more added SD card and extended pins and IO support. Okay, so I've got a full stop at the end, which you have to do, or it chucks the shits, and a capital letter at the start. Does that look right, Matt? You looking? Yes, we need to do that. We do. Catch you later, Dave. Have a good sleep. Ports. Looks good to me. Okay, so we're going to commit and push. Force push and replace the remote branch. I don't think I've got any outstanding PRs, so let's do it. Let's push it. Push it. Okay. So that is up. So we should be able to now Unexpected maker. S3 port had a recent pushes. Can't automatically merge. Wait. Wait, what? 11 commits? Oh, no. What Mike said, probably just needs a rebase. Probably. I hadn't rebased it yet. Okay. Unstaged changes. Oh, F off. Commit. But if I commit this, I don't want these to go up. I don't want these to go up, these changes. Yeah, this is smart git. Catch you later, Pierre. It's a git client. And sometimes great and sometimes not. I don't want to commit those because they'll get included in the push. I'm trying to do more in the command line, but it just messes with my head. I am going to discard these changes. I don't care. Not to stash. They're gone. Okay, now. Rebase head. Nah, I didn't want to. Nah. Every time I stash them, somehow I lose them. Every time. See, I don't want these up there. But I must have put them up there. Are they up there already? Have I accidentally uploaded my board stuff? I hope I haven't. I hope I haven't. No. So I don't want my S3 board stuff up there. But now it's saying I've got conflicts. Oh no, they're my other ones. Why do I have conflicts? Oh, because are these all of Mike's changes? Did you... Oh, these are all your... When you reordered everything, Mike. Remember? Oh. I never know what ours and theirs is. Yeah, bloody Mike. So just so everyone knows, Mike was trying to do the nice thing by changing some of my board stuff and tweaking it. But he was doing it while I was doing it. And now I have conflicts because I didn't know and I didn't pull before I did it. My stuff, and now, yeah. So ours is yours. Yeah, I want theirs. Take theirs. I have to stage it, don't I? Ah, resolve. Take theirs. And, okay, continue. Continue to rebase. Well, I've got more conflicts now. Take theirs. This is not fun. Bet there's going to be lots more. My computer's about to take off. Okay, it's rebased. So you reckon if I now push, if I push this now, will that fix my... Yeah, it's going to have to do a force. Yep. Okay. Able to merge. Why has it still got all of his stuff in it? I don't want any of this in it. I don't understand. It shouldn't be 11 commits. So originally, before Damien included this stuff in master or in main, I added his PR into my build. I don't want any of the stuff in there. Oh, bloody Git. So how am I supposed to fix this? Delete, delete, delete. I don't want this stuff in there. So what so do I have to like kill off my branch now? I just refreshed the screen. I just did a full refresh. And they're here. Would a git fork do what? I'm already on a fork. It's my stuff is already in here. Unexpected maker MicroPython. Oh my gosh. I hate Git. Telling you, hate it. You can Git rebase interactive to skip the commits. So if I do it from here, so if I do a new, it just seems to be that. If I do a compare and pull, so a compare and pull is doing this. I don't understand why. Maybe that's the difference. But if I do a new one, no, I don't want to do that. It's entrenched, yes. Git pull rebase. But that's basically what I did. If I do a create new pull request, it's only got... Where's my new one though? See, my new files aren't there. Seriously. Status. It's because it's master to master. What? Did I not? Oh, didn't I change the branch? What? I didn't change my branch. That's a good point. God, look at all these old things that shouldn't even be there. So I can't change branch and stay there. I gotta... No, see, they're all here, look. 24 files changed. I didn't rebase my... Well, yeah, I want to rebase upstream. I rebased upstream master. Oops, what happened here? If I go new pull request, and I go S3 port, it still has all of these in here. It still says 24 files. And it shouldn't be. Well, they're Damien's commits. They're Damien's commits that I included. Right? I added his PRs into mine because I needed these things before he put them into main, into master. Oops, is that on screen? No. So you reckon if I do a git pull -- rebase upstream master, you reckon? Whatever. Conflicts. Could not apply. Could not apply. Now I've got a whole bunch of conflicts. Right, and now I'm in a rebasing state. Exactly like I did before, where I grabbed their... But pulling... Why would I pull... I shouldn't have to pull locally. Okay, I mean... Why would I need to pull locally when I only ever work locally here? Like that, I'm not sure that makes any sense. Already up to date. S3 support, that's not what the branch. Why is it? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Self-developer thinks that Git is the best thing ever. Git's great when it works, and when it doesn't work, it's like Linux. It's just, when it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, you're freaking hacking text files everywhere. Damien's commits are from September. If you didn't modify them, they come out in the wash when you make a PR. You reckon? Because if they don't, and I do a PR, Damien's going to go, why have you got all that stuff in there? Yeah, all good, Aaron. I mean, I can do a PR. But it says I committed this 10 minutes ago. Update board, Jason. I didn't. And you see, this is where I was merging his pools into my stuff. This is the only one I want. What I should do though beforehand is I need to make... Oh, interesting. Didn't I set those? No. Generic S3. Why have they been taken out? I don't recall doing that. Who did that? Oh, no, I don't want to change anything else there. But I want to go away, go away, go away. Generic. I want to turn on that and oh. $37. Oops. And on this one, you were based 10 minutes ago, which rewrites the hashes and dates. Git sucks. I just want to commit that. I want to append the last one. Yep. Yep. And amend. Okay, so, and this should now do the whole updated a second ago. Okay. I'm just going to create the pull request, see what happens. Where's my thing gone? Whatever. ASP, no, what is it? Ports, ESP32, added SD card, and other changes. Love the UI for this. So you reckon if I do this, allow edits, good, create pull request. Let's see what happens. See, 24 files changed. Look. 24 files. Oh, I thought they were supposed to disappear. Oh, I forgot the full stop. Thanks, too late. Oh no. Yep, commit message formatting. Son of a bitch. Where's the edit? Yeah. Just going to start again. See, no, it didn't recognize that. Editing it here didn't recognize it. Oh god, I hate this thing. No, commit message formatting. There was nothing wrong with my commit message. But they shouldn't be in there. That's what I'm saying. No, that day's not today. None of that should be here. That's what I'm saying. All of that's already been committed PR'd and accepted ages ago. Have you tried pressing full stop on GitHub page yet, Sion? No, what does full stop do? What is this? What is this? Holy moly, what is this? Is this Visual? That's Visual Studio. What the hell is this? When did this happen? Holy shit. Seriously, what is this? Matt, did you know about this? Jeez, how do I get out of it? Not full stop again. How do I close it? Go to repository. Browser interrupt the opening. Open. No, I don't want that. I want this closed. How do I close this? Close all. No. How do I exit? I don't want this. Go away. Okay, how do I delete pull requests? This has got to go. You lied to me, Mike. You said all the things would disappear in the wash, and they didn't. How do I delete a pull request? Please don't tell me I can't. Do I close it? I want to delete it. I don't want to close it. I want to delete it. Like it never existed. Time for a timeout. Yeah. Closed with unmerged commits. But the port branch has unmerged commits. Delete this branch. I don't want to delete the branch. I want to delete... Yeah, I need coffee. So I can't get rid of this like it never happened? So you can keep the PR open and just fix the... I can't fix the branch. I tried fixing the branch. Catch him, Matt. Fuck. Seriously. I seriously freaking hate Git. Hate it. Unnecessary. I have a bunch of old shit in here that I want gone. I want to kill off all my stuff and refork. Oh, but I can't. Man, I hate this. Hate it. Try to post a link to show how you delete. Oh. Hang on. You just want to moderate. You just want a spanner, Aaron, don't you? But that's okay. I gave you one. Does this do a force, does it? Oh, I'm going to do origin. Not found. That's not working. You have to close and then delete it. Well, I did that. I closed it. But it's not, there's no delete. Oops. Closed. Why is it not showing me? Oh, because it's going to be on the other. Here. Okay, anyway, it's closed. How do I delete it? Deleting and restoring branches in a pull request. I don't want to delete the branch. That's the thing. I don't want to delete the branch. I just want to delete the pull request. But that's not letting me delete them locally or... And if I delete them from here, like these old ones, see, they're not here anymore. I don't have S3 underscore support here anymore. But they're on... So I deleted it here without realizing it didn't delete it live, delete it online, but that's not deleting it. So if I did a pull and it's showing me that that's there, but how do I delete it? Not found. Hey DIY. I know that, but this is not deleting it. Was doing okay. I did that already. Not found. But look, see? Git branch shows you what's local. They're not local anymore. They're only live. So if they're not local, I can't delete them up there anymore. Is that what you're telling me? What does local tick mean? They have to be local to delete them locally and up. Really? So you're telling me I need to go to my origin, hang on, I can just delete it from here. Can I just delete it from here? You want to delete branch S3 support. Come back. It might come back with the next fetch. Why would it come back if it's gone? I don't want to go to GitHub and click branches. Delete from remote repository. Why do I have to tick that? I don't understand. Do you want to delete the branch? What? If I go to S3 support here, how do I delete this? I want to delete this branch. Can I do it under settings? Branches. I know how to get to the branches. How do I delete this branch? Oh, can I do it from here? Right. Delete the branch. S2 support. Delete the branch. But I just did this one. Delete the branch. Okay, CMake. Delete that branch. Delete the branch. So from that, I don't know what patch 1 and patch 2 is. Okay. So if I go back to here, they're not there now. So if I now do a fetch, will they be gone? Right, they're gone now from my origin. I'll delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Okay. None of this helps me with my... How do I delete a PR? Yeah. A git fetch will do that, and also my upstreams if I tell it to. So how do I delete this PR? Damn it. Unless I delete the branch. Well, the close isn't a delete because it stays in there because people can still see it. Like if I go to here and I look at closed, it's going to be there. See that? And I can't recreate a new PR because it's still exactly the same. It's going to be the same. So I'm kind of screwed with this branch. Like I don't get it. I don't understand why. To fix in this scenario, the branch needs to be rewritten and forced. I know it is, but I don't know how to fix this because other than completely stomping it, including my changes I just made, which I can remake them, I don't know how to fix this. I think I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna call it for the day, I think, because this is frustrating. I'll start by making a local master, upstream master. Well, sure, but what's that got to do with anything? It always is. Like I always keep my master up to date. Although I just did a fetch this morning. Right. So I'm going to create a new one and then put my changes into it and then delete my old one, which will then delete the PR and then do it all again, which is just ridiculous, right? See, I don't understand why these changes here are ahead of upstream master. And cherry pick your good commits from that branch. No, I don't want to cherry pick good commits. I'm just going to kill it off. But why are my... These board level changes for board.json are going to be the death of me. LED. Okay. You know, SSH to my Mac and destroy it, kill it up. Yep. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to just do so git status. My origin master, I'm just going to do a git reset hard, and I want to do upstream master. Is that right? Or do I need a no slash? Can I do that? Okay, so this should give me a clean timeline here now. So here and here is the same, and now I'm going to push that, and my origin should be the same now as they should all be together. Origin, master, upstream master, and yeah, good. I hate how this always... Anyway, okay. So, my master is good. Okay, I'm going to fix my S3 port later. I'm going to delete them all and create a new one. Thanks, Mike. Oh, I could do it now. If I check this out, I'm going to have to back up the files that I've changed. Also, Git sucks. It does suck. It just sucks when you're trying to work out how to fix things, mistakes that you made. Ports, ESP32. Okay, I'm just new folder MP. I'm backing up a bunch of things that I changed. So what did I change? Added SD card, so I need to, yep, it was those and SD card and machine.pin. Machine.pin and SD card. Copy. I'm copying these and then I'm going to completely, so they're the 4 changes I made in there. Okay. I'm going to kill my S3 port. I'm going to kill it. So you reckon this minus D will do both? Will that do up and down? I don't care at this point in time. Not found. You see, it's not letting me do a delete. But why is it saying? But S3, oh, is it underscore? Wait, it might be underscore. Underscore. Cannot delete branch. It's checked out. Right, okay. Let's go back to master. Okay, let's delete it. Okay, yep, go away. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Piss off. So, master with no changes, I should have now. It's not there, and it's still there. Oh, do I have to fetch now to make it go away? See, it's still there. It doesn't delete it up. Mike, it doesn't delete it. Branches. I said branches. Okay, S3 port. Delete it. Git push. I don't have to push it, do I? Well, it's too late. I deleted it here anyway. Right, of course I need to push it to make the change happen. Anyway, it's gone. Yeah, I don't need to do it locally, just if I do the upstream, if I do my origin. Yeah, okay. So if I go back to here and I go pull requests and look at my close, it should be gone. No! If the branch doesn't exist, why is my pull request still there? Right, how do I delete? I know it's on their repro, but I want to get rid of it. I want it like, the whole reason I deleted it is I want this pull request gone like it was never here. Oh. That is so annoying. Check out their repo. Push master into the S3 port branch. Well, I can't because I've deleted it. How do I push master into it? It's gone. I mean, I could restore it. Well, I want to create a new one anyway. I've already cloned theirs, though. I can't clone it again. Oh, sorry, clone it, not fork it. Okay, so I'm going to add a branch. So I have to call it the same, S3 port. Add a branch, I'm going to check it out. Yeah, probably. Okay, so I've done that, and I'm going to now push this. Okay, so I should now have an S3 port here again. I do. Updated 11 days ago. And in here, it's still there. With all the same changes. Okay. Now push the sucker to GitHub. I did. Well, I don't need to do a force push. I don't think it is. Git push force. Is it force or forced? Everything up to date. Or just minus F. Well, it says everything's up to date. But that stays there. Yeah, okay, so none of the okay, if I put my changes back, so I'm in S report. Okay, I'm going to put my changes back. Whoa, what did I just do? What? I copied the wrong things. Oh, you idiot. Okay, I didn't back up the right files. Not all of them, anyway. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix them. I'm gonna have to go back to here. Damn it! I backed up the build folders, not the boards folders. That's okay. We'll do all this again. Okay, generic SPI RAM. Okay, no Bluetooth. Oh, and the DAC. Enable. Is it enable hardware DAC? Hang on. Can't remember. Yep. Hardware enable DAC. Okay, save. And then I need to do the same thing with the non-SPI RAM. Okay, so there are my changes. These are my changes. What'd you learn too? Thanks for the educational. Tail end, don't delete a branch with dodgy commits. Instead, keep the branch, but roll back commits, then force push to remove them from history. Right. Okay, I'm going to recommit this. Commit. Okay. Ports. Is it ports or port? Ports ESP32. Added SD card. Support and other tweaks. There we go, with a full stop. I'm going to copy that. Yes, I did the full stop. Can anyone read that? So it's so small, I can't make it bigger. Capital, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to commit and push. Okay, I've committed and pushed. Now, pull requests. Do it from mine. New pull request from S3 ports. Okay, 4 files changed. Correct. And that is good. That's the same name. Create pull request. Scroll down. Yeah, I just did that. I just did a scroll. Sorry. Did you miss me do it? I was quick. Or maybe I didn't go all the way. But I look at here, 4 files changed. So I know, and 1 commit. So, yeah, okay. It looks right. Oh, actually, you know what I left off? I left off something. I did leave off something because I stomped it. Hang on. Machine.pin. Hello. Hash define 1. Okay, I forgot to go add those on. That's okay. I can now commit, amend last, commit and push. I should do that, shouldn't I? Okay. Okay, good. Good, good. Still 4 files, 1 commit. They are in there now. Create pull request. Should I write that? Sorry about blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know that. Mike, that's why that's why I do I don't want a separate commit. I want it part of the same one. Don't put it? Come on. Okay, create pull request. Now let's see if it dies or not. See, I thought this was going to be a breeze this morning. Up until the PO is merged, force push that sucker as much as you want. Sure. Commit message formatting. Good. Code formatting. Watch me fail code formatting. There'll be an extra space somewhere. You watch. How long have I been streaming for? Jeez, 2.5 hours. Some checks were not... Look at that. See? Check code formatting. Failed. And you reckon I'll be able to work out why? What doesn't it like? I've got an extra thing on the end if. You watch. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. There'll be an extra space like that, right? See that space that was there? That's what it was. This should be cleaned up with black. It should have nothing to do with me. That is ridiculous that I have to worry about these spaces. That is just bullshit that the code formatting can't fix that. This is infuriating. That's why I'm getting so upset all the time with having to... I don't mind if MicroPython has standards, but stuff like this should not trip me up. And they don't use pre-commit. If they use pre-commit, it'd be different because I could fix those things myself when I push to my repo. But they don't use pre-commit. They use some other build system CI checking stuff. And so until it gets to them, I don't know if there's a problem or not. It's unnecessary that I have to go through that. Sorry. Poor Sion. Whinge. Not offer workspace templating. If not, they shouldn't complain about formatting. No, I mean, they use black, but it's not done as a pre-commit. It's not done as a hook that I can replicate on my side. I've been speaking to Matt about it, but for them to move over to pre-commit, there's a lot of stuff they have to move, and it's going to potentially, cause other issues and havoc and stuff, so... It wasn't use that template and don't allow. What do you mean by template, though? I'm just modifying their code. I just added some stuff to their code. They got very clear docs on what needs to happen before I can do a PR. I think I've read them once. They're pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. But my argument always is, if this thing's smart enough to know that there's a space there when it shouldn't be, remove the space. If you're not going to allow me to check it myself through an automated system before I do a PR, then just fix it. Okay, code formatting is good. See? And I only knew about that space because this has tripped me up so many times. Right, yeah, I understand, but where does that happen? How does that happen for the developer? Is that part of the commit process for them before it gets done as a PR? I mean, there's some tools that I can probably run from inside MicroPython on my code that does stuff. I looked at it once upon a time. It was a nightmare. I shouldn't have to do any of those things. I shouldn't have to run a whole bunch of utilities to make my code conform. If it's a space, it should fix it. And it's the same argument I have with whenever I leave off a full stop at the end of a commit message or don't do a capital. I get they're using regex to find the error, but at the end of the day, the whole, we don't like changing users, this is not a MicroPython thing, just a general thing. We don't like changing users' commits or code on their behalf. We'd rather they go and fix it and re-add it. No, not for something like a full stop that has nothing to do with whether the code is good or bad. Anyway, whatever. Right, okay. That makes sense, Christopher. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, these have all passed all the ones that I care about. If it fails any builds, big deal. Probably will. But yay. Okay, so that's done. That's in. I was going to do a PR for stage, actually. For Deshipu. What's the time? 11:30. I don't want to pull a bit loony. But what I should do is branch. Why isn't it letting me branch? I should get rid of these. Go away. What? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing before. Okay, I want to add a branch. I'm going to call this Deshipu stage. I want to merge it into MPY. That because it's only a little tiny bit of code. Although I need to find it. I need to GitHub stage dash. Oh, it's not in GitHub, is it? Or maybe it is. Where would I find it? Oh, GitHub. If I can spell. I hope you're on master when I did that. Yeah. Of course I was. I'm not that stupid. Sometimes. Dash. Oh god, I can't spell. Deshipu. MicroPython tree stage. Here we go. So there's a little bit of code that has to be included. But I can't remember where it is. I'm in a stage branch. Stage. Look at the last commits. Merge branch stage. Group base to master. When was his last commit? No, but that's him. That's right. I'm not looking at putting all of this in. I'm looking at putting just the C. So for stage to run, for me to put all the stage Python code on my TinyPico, for instance, in the firmware, there needs to be, there's actually in the C, there's a file. Yeah, I need to find that. That's the thing that needs to be compiled in. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Well, I don't know what he added, where he added it. That's what I'm saying. Would it be an I don't know where we put it. Like where else would the stuff live? Mod. Oh, did I? I was looking at for stage, not mod stage. Okay. Mod stage. Wait. Mod. Oh, mod. Stop bugging me. Mod. Oh, here. So everything else doesn't use an underscore, and he uses an underscore. Okay. So I need, so this is the stuff that has to be on there. I love doing this. Copy. I grab the raw, do a copy. And then in my, oops. I'm going to go in here and go new, paste, file, save as. I'm sure there's a nicer way to do this, but I'm old. Mod stage.c. Okay, so here's mod stage. Now what I need to do is put a... Does he have a define around it? He does. MicroPy, PyStage. So now, if I want stage for my boards, I just have to select my tiny Pico. I would add define that, and that should, his web based, what basically for all C changes in the second commit in his branch is what you want to make a PR for. No, he told me it's just one file. I don't... That last commit is a whole bunch of Python code. What other C code was there? Sorry. This is Python. It's a screen driver for Python. This is UGame Python. mpconfig.h. Oh, mpconfig.h. Right, I need to add that. Yes, I should add that. But that's it. And so what, the commit before that? Right, but again, that's the only C. That's Python. There should only be one C file, he said. .py. See, this is different. This is his... So... Right, okay. But now this is not for CMake. That's the problem. He's still on GNU Make. That's gonna suck. Ah. Okay, so mpconfig mpconf these are not in alphabetical order. Why are these not in alphabetical order? He had his at 12:10. After archetypes. Well, when they put bin... None of the drivers. I'm not adding any of the drivers. None of the Python. That's the thing. If you want to run stage, you need to include... You need to put those things in your frozen modules or whatever else, right? The whole point is to get the C... Without the C side, you can't run stage. With the C side, you can manually put the files on your file system and it'll work. It doesn't have to be in bytecode. It doesn't have to be compiled. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be in frozen modules. I would like to put them in. Like, I would like my Tiny Picos and Tiny S2s to ship with... And Tiny S3 to ship with stage support. But that requires the C stuff. I don't understand, though, why... Everything's, like, not in alphabetical order. So... I'm going to... Doesn't really matter where you stick it, right? If I sort that, you'll be in a world of pain again. Yeah, I'm not sorting it. You're not sorting it. Okay, so that's mpconfig.h. Why does it need to be an object module? Oh, because you need the Q string for it. But why isn't that initialized in as part of stage? That's weird. And I don't know if Damon's going to like the fact that it's an underscore, because none of the other mod stuff is an underscore. Where's object model? Obj obj. Am I blind? Object module. Jeez. $223. Is this in? No, it's not. Where did he put it? He put it after frame buff. Okay. So also not alphabetical. Hey Troy. Hey Bruce. Hey Michael. Well, I've moved on a little bit now. Not coding. I'm trying to add stage to see the make stuff is going to be a problem. And the built-in. See, how can this be in the built-in if it's not wrapped? Doesn't that need to be wrapped? And why is it double underscore? I'm not going to be committing this today, by the way, because like, doesn't this have to be also commented out? That shouldn't be there if it's... I mean, I know it's just creating a variable, but shouldn't that be wrapped? Shouldn't be creating it if it doesn't need it. So I wonder if this will compile. Tiny Pico. So I turned stage on for Tiny Pico. So let's see if it compiles. So for those who missed it coming into the stream late, I got, apart from having GitHub hell, I got SD card support going for the S3, so I enabled that, and what else did I do? I added the SPI RAM and some other things that were missing, and I've done a PR. Actually, no, SPI RAM was up. I'd already put that up. I just hadn't done the board definition. Okay, MicroPy stage. If we, oh right, I'm built in. This needs to be an if-def. That might need to be an if-def. Or maybe not. Or do I have to go, do I have to do that? I might have to do that. We're gonna have to get some S3 sample boards from Espressive. Cool. Oh, didn't like that. Oh, right. It's going to be the same. Same in both? It shouldn't be. Why is that? Why is that failing? If with no expression. There was some updates at 4.4 over the last few days, Bruce. I did a fetch like 2 days ago and there was nothing, and then this morning before I started work there was a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know specifically what was in there. They're chipping away at it. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh. That's probably what it needs. And I can probably get rid of that. Maybe, maybe not. Just keep in mind, Troy, those modules you've got are not the production silicon. They're pre-production. The production silicon has changed. Won't infect you mucking around with them, but they're not the final silicon. And if I reference to MP module __ stage. Does the IDF hide the differences? There's no difference to the IDF. There's no user side difference that the user will see other than they are not certified, can't be certified modules. Like like when you say you got modules, which modules did you get? Like there's no, the production silicon changes something, changes 2 pins, and those 2 pins will make it fail certification. So if MicroPython, so why is it saying it can't find this? Because I'm gonna have to add it to the build. I'm doing this later. Yep. Here it's DevKit C boards, so doesn't matter. Right, no, it doesn't matter. It won't matter in the module either. They're not pins that are exposed to the user. It's the crystal pins. Some sample code for using stage. No, I'd have to load a whole bunch of stuff on to a tiny pico, but this is not compiling. But I probably need to add some stuff to the build system. Maybe. Or I need to do a clean again. Maybe something was missing. He's got on his repo, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like there's a Tiny Pico. You can build for the Tiny Pico from that. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. So it won't make any difference to your playing, Troy. But just as long as you're aware, it's revision 0 silicon. It's not production silicon. That's all. Probably won't make a difference to anything that you're doing. Makes a big difference for me. My boards, which I showed earlier. Be nice to get this running on the Explorer Shield. Absolutely. Well, it does. The Tiny Pico version does already. Oh, is that building? Or is that off the screen? Jeez, I didn't realize it was off the screen. Oh, it might be building. No. Yeah, it's missing, probably in the linker. Need to add something in. Yeah. I'll have to go through, look at what he's doing in make, and then move it over to CMake. He's already done that. Well, for the Explorer Shield, I've already done the work for the driver for the screen. I gave it to him. Like some of my early showings of the Explorer Shield had stage running on it. Yeah. So, but that was only for the Tiny Pico. I was going to show, right, so like I was showing my boards earlier. These are my first revisions of my S3 boards. So, Feather S3, Tiny S3, and Pro S3. I could ship these boards as working boards. These boards cannot be I cannot go through certification through CE with them, because the change between this chip and the production chip, this will fail. There's no way this could pass CE. Wouldn't even matter if I stuck a can on it. So yeah. But for mucking around for getting it up and running, I mean, this is the same revision 0 here. It's fine. But your product, you couldn't put a product through certification with it. The thumb ring is for certification, absolutely, and for cracking chips. Yeah, it's for mashing up my food. As I get older and my teeth don't work anymore, I gotta mash up my food. Whoa, why is that out of focus? Was that been out of focus the whole time? I hope not. Hello? That was weird. Okay. Yes, please, you'll take 5. Well, I've only got one of each. You can't have any of them. I have a new version of a new board ready for my Pro S3. I've added, this is a little stemmer connector. I've added a stemmer, an upright stemmer connector right there. That's got a cap on it. So that's, yeah, for my Pro S3 we'll have stemmer on it. There's no place at all on the Tiny S3 to put anything. Look at it. It is completely chock-a-block. No room, unless I go to 0201, and even still there's no room for anything. And then the Feather S3, there is a little bit of room still, but I've already got a stemmer on there. Is DAC thing public? Yeah, I told everyone before. Yeah, no DACs. No DACs on the S3. I let it spill. I don't care. I mean, anyone can work it out by looking at the data sheet. It doesn't say no DAC. There's just no DACs. So, yeah. So in the S3 port, what I've done is, can't even show you. Hang on. Where's my PR? I'll show you. So they've got, where's the files changed? See this? Hardware enable DAC 0. Oh, wrong screen. You can't even see it. Sorry. My bad. Hardware enabled DAC is 0. Turned off the DACs for the S3 port. No one needs analog anymore. No. Except 1 pin for 1 DAC. 3 pins for I2S audio. So, you know, that sucks. Okay, folks, I'm wrapping it up. I'm going to get some lunch. I need to go back to... I've got lots of PCB design stuff to do. And I need to make a Patreon video. If you're not backing me on Patreon, you should back me on Patreon. If you want to get access to 1 or 2 extra videos a week of me filling out everyone in on all the fun and games I've been having. Otherwise, have a great weekend, everyone. Is DAC software turned off or doesn't it? It physically doesn't exist. There are physically no DAC peripherals inside the chip. Gone. Okay, have a great weekend, everyone, and thanks for joining, sticking around for this, and thanks to all the GitHub help, except for Mike, who got me down the GitHub hole to start with. No, it's okay. Thanks for your help, Mike. And yeah, have a great weekend. Catch you all later. Do something fun. I'm going to go in the rain. Go hang out in the rain. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Bye. I should do the ending.